Hi everyone, it's Lisa from Twinkle Little Tar. I keep getting asked about where I bake and do I have a separate outbuilding? Somebody asked me the other day. I was like, I'm not that posh. Where do you do craft and your courses? So I thought we would show you. So we're just about to take you on the tour of my kitchen and where the magic happens. So here we go. So here it is. This is my sort of entrance hallway area. There, Mr. Mouse. And then this goes through to the kitchen. Now we did have a really small kitchen, which was literally where the sink is. You could do some dishes and stir the tea at the same time. It was so tiny, one in, one out. So we were very lucky that we were able to sort of extend the house. So this bit sort of here used to be the dining area, and then that down there was the garden. So we're able to sort of extend that out, which has been fantastic. So here it is, ugly boiler, gotta get that covered. And then we go round and round. And then I've got two ovens. So the bottom oven I use for doing anything to do with the cake with the business. So whether it's baking brownies or doing cakes, cupcakes, anything at all goes in there. And then the top oven is used for us as a sort of family to do our home cooking. You'll notice lots of stars and stags around everywhere. I'm a bit obsessed with the older stags. And then we've got this here, and as you can see that sign, it says this is our happy place, and it really is. The kitchen, I think, is the heart of the home. It's where kids dump their bags and get sweets when they come home, and we have chats and drink on a Saturday night before Strictly. We get really excited. So this is definitely our happy place. So I love that sign, it means a lot. And actually this little unit here, I only got that recently, but that was getting chucked out. I was like, oh, gotta have that. That was lovely. And again, some little stags there. And then if I take you down here, oh, more stags. And this is sort of the main part where I do the courses and I do all the craft and keep everything. So we've got the shelves up there, and I must just show these because these are my bargain. So these tins, they were actually in Wilkinson's last Christmas, and they're toolboxes, so for you to buy for the garden for tools, and they were £10 I think each, reduced to £2. So I thought, oh, gotta have them. So all my ribbon gets stored in there, and it's sort of just used as a sort of a storage shelf really, because I'm running out of space. And then you've got my main shelf where everything gets stored that I make. And you'll see a lot of the things there, so you can see like the puffins. There's a YouTube video for that. And down the bottom there you've got all the little twinkle toppers. So everything gets kept there. And then over here, oh, this is Christmas cake I'm working on. I'm just going to do a video for that actually. And there's going to be some videos for you to follow. So the snowman and the gingerbread man and the imps. So these little characters here, there's going to actually be a YouTube video going live for that soon. And then you can see the little cake toppers from this weekend. This is the Little Twinkles cake toppers that went live. So this is for the children to follow every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. So yeah, there's that there. So that's those. And then the table. So I extend the table, and this is where we have courses. And I'm really relaxed. I say to the ladies, bring your slippers, get your nice chunky cardigans on. Let's be comfortable and warm, and we'll have a really good sort of session, baking lots of different things. And actually these are a little preview that I'm doing Facebook Live on these. These actually started off as individual cheap chocolate logs. And I'm going to show you how you can decorate these and do them up, all lovely cellophane for you to give as gifts. So that's coming soon as well. And then over here, this is where sort of some spare cakes and all my stands. And down the bottom, you've got some nice china there. So when I do the courses and we stop for chocolate brownies, we have a nice pot of tea, and that's there. So that's this area. And then if I take you back around to here. So this is the main part of the kitchen that I work at when I'm doing the baking. So a lot of the island or breakfast bar, whatever you call it. And then this will have the mixer on and everything. It'll be covered in flour and fondant and mess and eggs and whatever will go on here. And then there's the shelf there, and it's just got a few bits and pieces. So my vanilla sugars that are there. I think you've got some cocos and bits and pieces. And these are a really good bargain as well. I must show you these. So these tins I brought from Wilkinson's last year for cat food, and they were reduced to £2.50. And I thought, oh, I don't want them for cat food, but I'm going to put my flours in. So you've got plain flour, self-raising flour, and the sugar there as well. So these are lovely, really nice tins. So that's there. And then in the drawers, we've got everything in the drawers. There's all the flours, spare jars, sugars, etc. They're all down there. And then these are an absolute mess, these drawers. But it's the kind of thing you kind of use something and then you just chuck it in, don't you? But this has got, you know, lots of different cake things in here. Maybe I'll have a sort out and I can show you. But everything I need for cake smoothing. I was doing actually a Hulk cake the other day, so I used this to make the brick wall look effect on there. There's some piping bags, everything sort of going on. And then as you continue down, there's just everything shoved in. I've got to sort it out. Lots of different moulds. If you're anything like me, you see them cheap and you pick them up and then you get them and go, oh, I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I had to have it. You know, just loads of, still, I've had that about 2 years, still in cellophane. So loads of different bits and pieces in there. Look, I can't even shut the drawer. And again in there, look, loads of different things in there. If you've got anything and you're not sure what it's used for or what you can use it for, send me a picture and we'll see. So in here is all my mats and stencils. So this would be if you were going to make something like an edible lace. So maybe we can do a video on that and I can show you. Yeah, that seems to be a lot of the things, a lot of stencils in there that you can use. And then the last drawer, I think it's got cutters in. Yeah, lots of different cutters in there. So loads of different things. And then this cupboard here has got my mixer and all my fondants in there. So let me show you into the cupboard. So in here, this is really good because you can hide everything away and people think you're really tidy and actually behind the doors it's a blooming mess. But in here it is a mess because I'm just in the middle of having a change around with everything. But in here is where I keep all the cake tins, all the mats. You know, up here I've got the actual boxes and stands and cake boards and everything that's in here, sort of my sort of cupboard. And this is brilliant. So I think I got this from Hobbycraft. I think it was £40, something like that. I have seen them slightly cheaper. But what I do is I tend to roll this out to the table. So if I'm doing any type of decorating, then I'll roll that out. And it's just got everything that I need in there. So you can see it's got paintbrushes, the edible pens there that you can do the writing with. What we got in here. Oh, these are fantastic. These are actually proper modelling tools. But they've some really good sharp edges on those, so I've been using those to do a bit of sculpting of eyes. Some cutters there, some dowels when you're using cakes. Loads and loads of tools, so loads of tools for different things. I actually have a YouTube video on a basic decorating kit and what the tools are used for, so check that out if you need to know. What else have we got? Oh, millions of cutters. Although I've got cutters in the other drawers, these are ones that I tend to use all the time. So you've got star cutters, flowers in there, etc. I think there's more there. And then underneath, typical mess, you've got all the colours that I would use to dye the fondants with. You've also got there some edible dusts. So if you're going to put those on top of maybe the edge of a flower petal that you're going to use, you can also add a bit of water and use those as a colour as well. We've got some paints in here, so these are really lovely. If you want to stencil in maybe a name into a cake, and then you can use a thin ballpoint sort of paintbrush and then you could paint in the stencil. That's really nice. Loads of different colours come with those. What else have we got? Same. Oh, then you've got your green mats. I think there's sponge mats in some of those, and then down the bottom there we've got loads of rolling pins. So this is fantastic. I don't have to keep getting up and getting everything. I just wheel it over There you are. So let's shut that messy cupboard, and that is it. That is my, well, I think it's lovely. It's a lovely place to work. It's a lovely place to greet people when they come and have some fun. You've probably noticed quite a few stags around. So there's a couple up here. There's one that I've made on the top of the cake there. There's one just behind us. And there's actually loads. There's loads all over the house. But so that's it. So thank you for watching, and maybe one day you can come to a course and I can meet you and welcome you into my home. So take care. Bye.